Hello everyone, here's a question on perimeter of circle. The question is, the perimeter of circle is 176 centimeter. Find the area of the circle. So in this question, what we know, they have given the perimeter. Now what is perimeter? Perimeter means the boundary of the circle, or we can also call it as circumference of circles, and that is given as 176 centimeter. That is, length of this boundary is 176 centimeter. In mathematics, for circle, instead of saying perimeter, we'll say it as circumference. So circumference of circle is 176 centimeter. And we know that circumference of circle is 2 pi r. We denote circumference as c. So c is equals to 2 pi r. Now, we have to find the radius to find the area. So without radius we cannot find the area. So using the circumference of circle, we will first find the radius, and using the radius we'll find the area. So we'll substitute what we know. We know the circumference, which is 176. So substitute in this formula. So in place of c, we'll write 176, which is equals to 2 times, now pi value here we'll take it as 22 over 7. So 22 over 7, and radius we don't know, so let's keep it as r. Now we have to find r value. So we have to cancel the numbers and get the r. Here we can multiply 2 and 22, or we can just keep it like that. If you want to multiply, or leave it like that, because we're going to cancel the numbers. Now how to do it? When we're finding the r, which is on the right side, we have to isolate the r, which means we have to remove all this number from the right side. How we're going to remove? We have to transpose. Transpose means we move the numbers to the other side. Now here we have 7 in the division. We know that if the number is in division and we have to transpose this to the other side, it will get multiplied. So instead of multiplying on both the side, we can just move it here and multiply with 176. So we get 176 multiplied by 7 is equals to, here we have 2 times 22 times r. Now we will move this 2 times 22 from the right side, we'll move it to the left side. We can see that these two numbers are getting multiplied, they are being multiplied. When you move this to the other side, they will get divided, or it will go to division. So we can write this as 176 times 7 divided by 2 times 22 is equals to r. Now we have isolated the r. We have to solve the left part, simplify it and get the r value. So we have to cancel the numbers. Now when we cancel, look for the number which can be cancelled. So we have to divide the numerator and denominator. 176 is an even number, which means it is divisible by 2. We can cancel 2 and 176. 2 times 1 is 2, and here when we cancel, first take this 2 digit. We know that 2 8s is 16, right? But we have 17 here, which means 1 is a remainder. We'll write 1 here along with 6. That makes the number 16 again. And again, cancel 16. We get 2 8s are 16. So 88. So 88 times 2 is 176. So this is how you can do the cancellation. If it's confusing you, you can divide 176 by 2 and get the answer. Whichever way is easy for you, go for that. Now we have 88, 7 in the numerator, and 1 and 22 in the denominator. Since we got 1 in the denominator, we can ignore this number and we can divide 88 and 22. We can simplify this to a number. 22 times 4 is 88. We can cancel in that way, or you can cancel using the 11 times table. You can use even 11 times table to cancel this. So I'll go directly. I'll cancel 22 and 88. 22 times 1 is 22, and 22 times 4 is 88. Now we are left with 4 and 7 in the numerator and 1 in the denominator. So if you have 1 in the denominator, it will not change the value of the number, so you can ignore it. So 4 times 7 is 28. So therefore r is equals to 28 and the units will be centimeter, because the circumference is in centimeter, the radius will also be in centimeter. So we got r value. Now using this radius we have to find the area. Now what is area? Now area of a circle is, let's take it as A. So A is equals to pi r squared. Using this we can find the area of the circle. So pi value, we'll take it as 22 over 7 times r, we'll take it as 28. We have found the r value. So this will be 28 times 28. I'm not adding the units now because we have to cancel it. We can add the units at the end. We can take it as 28 square or 28 times 28. Now cancel the numbers. We can cancel 7 and 28. 7 times 1 is 7. 7 times 4 is 28. Now we don't have any numbers left to cancel, so we'll multiply. When you multiply 22, 4 and 28, we get a huge number which is equals to 2000. This is equals to 2464, and the units will be centimeter square because you're finding area here. So area of the circle is 2464 centimeters squared. So we have to first find the radius. Using that we can find the area. I hope this question is clear. If you have further questions or doubts, you can drop a comment. Thank you so much for watching.